Atlanta dining scene shook up by food vlogger Keith Lee. UFC fighter turned food critic Keith Lee has caused a stir in Atlanta area after sitting in town and reviewing some of the city's most talked about eateries. Some people applauded him for the honest take on the grub and co-signed many of his observations. Here's an example of him calling out preferential treatment by Atlanta restaurants.
Me and my family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock, but we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door's wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules. For me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. Yesterday, me and my family were at the One Music Festival. Somebody who works with Candy Birds walked up to us and said they've been trying to reach us since we got to Atlanta. He said he'd been constantly emailing me and constantly DMing me for me to come to Old Lady Gang. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. Me and my family showed up and we attempted to order before we got here. We called the number they had connected on Yelp 3 times, no answer. We tried to order through DoorDash and it said it was temporarily closed. So when we pulled up, I sent my family in to order for us. They said on the weekends, due to being busy, they don't do any takeout at all.
They do to-go orders?
No, we don't do to-go on the weekend.
Oh, okay, so sit-in dining.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. We appreciate you.
Which is completely understandable. So what we decided to do is my family's gonna go eat. They're just gonna come bring the food out while I'm sitting in the car, so they have no idea I'm here. My family asked how long the wait was to be seated. They said an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half.
Okay.
She also said they didn't have any reservations available, so they didn't take down any number, any contact information, nothing. My family then came and relayed that message to me, and I decided to go in myself. We walked in and we were greeted by a nice young lady. And then I met some amazing people who were eating there, and we took some pictures. God is amazing. As soon as me and my wife were done taking pictures, the lady said the table was ready. As always, I don't want any special treatment. I want to be treated like everybody else. I pay for my food like everybody else. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal customer. Things like this is exactly why I do reviews the way I do. Just because I have a certain amount of followers on social media don't make me different from nobody. My mom, my mom-in-law, my sister, they all paying customers just like me. So I want them to be treated just like me. So I asked how long the wait time has been today. She said an hour to an hour and a half. So which I then asked, how were you able to sit me in 5 minutes? This is her response.
How long are we looking for as far as taking?
I'm just gonna set up for like 5 minutes. On the wait, this all call came. Now it's whoever first come first serve.
Again, my family just attempted to eat there less than 2 minutes ago. I then told her I changed my mind. We're gonna go eat somewhere else, and I said, God bless you, and I walked out.
So people might be upset, but listen, there are some famous people, especially Cardi B, that co-signed what Lee said. Check out this video where she tells us this.
Like, first thing first, right? I feel like Atlanta restaurants, they don't like to make money. I feel like they don't like people. They don't like their customers. They just don't like it. First thing first, right? You could barely order in Atlanta restaurants. Like, you go like, hey, I would like to make an order. Oh yeah, we don't take orders. We don't take orders. It gets to the point that I literally have to I have to tell like people that order food for me, like, can you just name drop my name? Because first and first, they don't do no pickup orders. They don't do deliveries. They just don't do. Second, Atlanta restaurants, right? They be closed on the most random. Like, it's like you look at you go looking for a restaurant on Google and it's like, oh, this look good. Oh, they closed. What is that? What do you mean?
Listen, while people like Candy Birds, the owner of Old Lady Gang, appreciated Lee's feedback, the owner of the Real Milk and Honey were initially dismissive of it. I got to be honest. Listen, I spent a lot of time in Atlanta. Because my business is headquartered there, Black Male Voter Project. Sharon, you know this true. Cardi B and Keith are not wrong. They think it's a badge of honor to give someone special privilege. And what he's saying is absolutely correct. When you do this, you cause more havoc. You make people that have been sitting there waiting an hour, watch this person walk in because they may be famous or in this case, internet famous. and they get the seat immediately is absolutely disgusting. That is not how you want to be treated as a customer. I think if we're considering how Michelin star do their reviews, where they're blind reviews, Keith has done a wonderful job of showing you that even though you know my face because of who and how I reviews, when you give me that preferential treatment, it's not going to be beneficial for your brand. And let's be clear, customer service is not what it is in Orlando, where Disney World is in Orlando, especially on the restaurant screen. Sharon?
It's a problem, Mayor. And I love this city. I do not wish to trash it in any way, but we have to speak the truth, okay? You remember when Vegas was known for like horrible food? It wasn't that long ago. Collectively, the city cleaned up its act, and now they have 5-star restaurants. They invited the best chefs in, the best establishments. Atlanta has to do better. Keith Lee is a treasure. He's honest. He's humble. Food is just his passion. And anybody who would dismiss someone like that, I like criticism. As long as it's honest, you can grow from it. But Cardi's right too, Mayor. They act like, we're doing them a favor at some of these restaurants instead of making it a nice customer experience. It's actually ridiculous. I can think of one where you have to go there, wait in line to place your order. They won't do anything over the phone. Now, come on. Is that fair, Mayor?
It's not fair at all. I mean, listen, and New York Times covers some of the effects of this, right? Some restaurateurs said they saw results for better or worse after Mr. Lee's visit. One restaurant, after a glowing review, sold out the first time in their history.
Wow.
And it had to extend its hours. Another restaurant where Mr. Lee had a frustrating experience is its inbox quickly filled up with vitriol and threats. Those are the two sides of what some have called the Keith Lee effect. And I mean, listen, the idea that someone is shedding light on your restaurant, big or small, you should take advantage of that. And that the dismissive nature of what we saw from the Real Milk and Honey is probably why people feel the way they do about that restaurant. And while the food is good, it's only good when you can get it. And most of the time you're frustrated with the experience.